Now, an alleged drug kingpin pleading guilty today to running a major drug ring along the Gulf Coast. Darrin Southall was supposed to go on trial today. Instead, he took a plea bargain, admitting that he was at the top of a distribution network responsible for 4,000 kilos of cocaine, 24 kilos of heroin, and 2 kilos of fentanyl. Those drugs brought in about $24 million, according to that plea document. Prosecutors say Southall ran the operation.
Now, what you guys are watching is Darrin Southall. He's the dude that they try to connect, you feel me, to Honeykomb Brazy grandparents dying allegedly at the hands of him. You feel me? Before we get into this story, we're about to pay these bills and we're about to get to today's sponsored music by Lomo the Great. Salute.
And God knows I me insane in the membrane. Thinking all my niggas that didn't make it. All my niggas in the chain gang. Man, all this world is a dirty game. That's why I try to play chess. That's why I try to be the best. Not better than you, but better than me. But Lord knows, change my life up. I had to change my life up, Lord knows. I had to change my life up. If I ain't changed my life, I was gonna die in these streets, Lord knows. I had to change my life up. I had to change my life up, Lord knows. I had to change my life up. If I ain't changed my life, I was gonna die in these streets. You know about waking up in cold sweats.
For the better in the description box.
Thinking this your last breath. Fears knocking at the door, kicking shit in.
Shout out to everybody watching the YouTube channels right now. Now back to regularly scheduled programming. This man Southside allegedly has been brought down, and before we get started, let's capture and rewind some of it and go to the actual news being played on it.
Show a man described by police as a local drug lord is headed to prison for decades.
Just this week, Darrin Southall reached a plea deal. WKRG News 5's Nicolette Schleisman rejoins us now live in the studio with more on this. Nicolette?
Yeah, Rosanna, Mobile police say putting someone like Darrin Southall behind bars is big news for this city.
It's a great day in the city of Mobile to be able to have someone of this magnitude taking off the streets and taking out of the drug trade.
Darrin Southall will be off the streets after entering a plea deal. He faces anywhere from 30 to 35 years behind bars for his crimes.
Having him take a plea with significant jail time associated with that plea means a lot to this community as a whole. For somebody like him to not be able to be back on the street.
Southall has a long criminal history dating back to the 1990s. Federal prosecutors labeled him a ringleader in a multi-state, multi-million-dollar drug organization since at least 2016.
We are a major connect for where drugs are being transported from primarily. And oftentimes many of those drugs find their way into our community simply because we are a major thoroughfare for those drugs to make them their way to other places.
Mobile police say his arrest will make an impact.
So we said persons of interest. Sounds like that Southall may not be the only suspect in this case.
Been a murder for hire. Southall is a dangerous man, according to Barber, and his rap sheet backs that up. He's been in and out of Mobile and Baldwin County jails since the 90s.
Disclaimer, this channel follows YouTube guidelines.
Today on a probation revocation.
Honeykomb Brazy, whose real name is Nishan Jones, was on probation for a 2016
New at this
conviction.
Hour, a rapper whose grandparents died in a shooting.
So breaking from us
fire
tonight,
in
Mobile rapper
February.
Honeykomb Brazy, whose grandparents' high-profile murder remains unsolved, back in Mobile, locked up in Metro
Rapper
tonight.
Honeykomb Brazy indicted on new charges. The indictment filed this week in Fox News exclusive. A possible break in a high-profile unsolved murder case.
Yeah, Lanayson accused drug kingpin, who briefly escaped jail yesterday, named as a person of interest in the murders of Tony and Layla Lewis. They're the grandparents of local rapper
with a big
Honeykomb
one.
Brazy.
He tells me this man, Darrin Southall, is a person of interest in the Lewis murders. May have been a murder for hire. Southall is a dangerous man, according to Barber, and his rap sheet backs that up. He's been in and out of Mobile and Baldwin County jails since the 90s. He's currently accused by the feds.
Man, you ain't got no motion. We gonna throw your ass in the ocean. MOCEAN. I got motion. I'm on the air like lotion. No, yeah.
Not determine the cause of death of his grandmother, Layla Lewis.
Now, I'm going to play the full news video for you. I'm just giving you a summary because it's been like a movie. That was his grandfather when they confirmed he was shot. Yes, and the mom. Now, what you seen is Brazy living his life, doing his thing. And unfortunately, you know, he's connected to Mr. Darrin, and Mr. Darrin also connected to Brazy. Remember, Honeykomb told y'all allegedly a long time ago he got them real ops, not play ops. And I dig what he's saying. I've been in Alabama before, been to several parties in Alabama, you know, when I used to live in Georgia in the military. Shout out to them Bama folks. So, you know, I know how Bama could be and how dudes could be trapped in and how luxury you could do too, because there's a lot of money down there, if you know what I mean, if you smell me. So now Darrin faces anywhere from 30 to 35 years behind bars for his crime. So that means he was facing life, you feel me? And he had to cut a plea deal because ain't nobody want to fight life, but you could fight 30, 35. I ain't saying you could do it. I don't want to do a day in jail, even though I did multiple days in jail, a week in jail, but you get the drift. And it's an unfortunate situation all the way around, man. It's just, guys are hella smart, hella talented, and this the thing they, you know, they get caught up in. And you got to remember, it's a $24 million alleged drug operation that prosecutors say that spanned from Mobile to the Silk, man, all the way to Mississippi, man, all the way to Texas. And the operation is up to 4,000 kilograms of, you feel me, cocaine, 24 kilograms of that boy. You know, I don't want to say the word on YouTube, but you know what that boy is. And they said it was being sold on the street allegedly. They say Darrin is the leader of the whole thing, the operation and all. So I just gotta fall back and say, man, look, I'm gonna let them folks do their thing. I ain't trying to help nobody do X, Y, and Z. The only best I could do is report the news and tell y'all what it is, man. Look, I mean, God bless one. Thank you for watching another episode of Ismokehiphop Live. Love your family, love your kids, and stay blessed. Share this on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Salute.